Hello and welcome back to Xenoblade 2. I've not had time to record recently, so this is actually getting pushed back a day. It's just flipping some episodes in terms of scheduling. Everything else should be at the same time, but you know, like I said before, I don't do any of this for any money or anything. It's a hobby, so real life obviously comes first in every single capacity. So I did do a few things in between. One thing that I believe I came to a general conclusion on is that I really dislike that great axe. Like, I like those blades, their look and all that sort of stuff. Like, I like her design. I like this one's design too. And it was even pretty good in terms of like helping me on like finishers and stuff. But I sort of came to the conclusion that on Nia, I'm pretty sure I want her to be relatively exclusively healing, at least for now. Which leaves me in a state where while I want to use this one, and I probably would if it was on Rex, yeah, not a healer. At least not for now. And on Rex, I decided I really dislike personally using that axe, so I'm trying out a different one at the moment, basically. She's a bit on the edgy side, which is okay, sure, why not, sort of thing. But, I did a little bit, and it felt a little bit better in terms of actually playing through it. I also went ahead and did some of their, I actually went through and leveled up weapon level, or weapon art levels, and I did realize, and this is just me being stupid in terms of putting it one and one together, I'm sure someone actually told me even, that it's weapon points per blade, so it's not even that, you get a bunch that you need to use on different blades, you get them per how much you're using a blade, which is interesting. I feel like that might discourage experimentation, but I'm not really sure the other way around wouldn't discourage it too. So, I'm not sure how immensely important these weapon levels are. Hopefully they're scaled in a way that the farther you are in the game, if you pick up a new one, you can get the weapon points needed to pick up earlier levels, like, really quickly, so you're never that far behind. Hopefully it's scaled well, in a intuitive, helpful way. So I went through and did that on everyone. Adjusted some of the actual arts and whatnot, just try to be a little bit more specialized, change their accessories. Rex is a much more straight-up attacker. Nia has a much higher ether amount at the moment too, because I'm pretty sure that's probably what affects HP and healing and all that fun stuff. I didn't actually look at the ones available on this though. Circle range with a break. Huh? That might be better, at least for now, than toppling. I don't think I have much in terms of toppling options. There's so many of these HP ones, too. I also went through and did their... their affinity chart. What was it on? I guess, yeah, their affinity chart. Not the Blade affinity chart. Which I had actually been forgetting about. And I got, at least on Rex, which is the important one because I'm the one, he's the one I'm controlling at the moment, ability to use the one assigned to X at the start of battle, which is just, it sounds fantastic. And in general, I tried to get the agility up ones for people, and I guess for Tora, more HP stuff. At the same time, I backed off and I did some of the stuff with Poppy, using the crystals. I tried not to use too many, but I tried to get a general improvement across the board to properly have stuff that seems to be focused around tanking. Increase the general energy amount so I can equip more, and stuff like that. So like, the arts cards are... She has a barrier that absorbs damage apparently now. I'm not exactly sure how that works in terms of the, you know, battling, but it sounded pretty good. And then drawing aggro. So that's pretty big. And then I upgraded some of these other ones in terms of the skill RAM. Yeah, and this one gave a damage barrier, which sounded pretty good for the general tanking thing. I might do something more unique with her later, but for now, I wanted to spend a little bit to just make her better at what she was doing now. For now, I just wanted to dive into that a little bit, and I want to save a lot of those ether crystals as much as I could, so I still have 56k, so I feel like I'm probably pretty good on that.
Makes me real happy.
Apparently he likes, so it's a type in terms of, so they like fish types, basically. It's not like they like a specific one.
I've been wanting one of these.
From, all that. Yeah, I try to purchase some cheap ones, basically. That would work and work well for the pouch stuff. So, outside of that, there were a few things that I wrote down in terms of speculation and whatnot. One of them was sort of a mistake by me too, that I actually ended up getting corrected before the last in the last episode's comments. Apparently, when we did the long rest and Pyra spoke up just randomly, it was because it was the game wanted to tell me about a heart-to-heart, which I'm about to do. But before I knew that, I had written down that I thought, that's sort of weird. I wonder if there's more meaning to that. Maybe she has a connection to the Titan or something, and she's just subtly being like, well, I know the Titan's over there, so maybe we could go over there and find it. And she's just like not saying why she knows that. She's just trying to direct us without actually saying anything useful. Which is... feels like her MO at the moment, at the very least. Which, if that was the case, it could imply some connection to the Titans from... say, a subconscious sort of networking style level. That doesn't really mean much at the moment, considering that's extremely vague, but yeah. There's that serpent thing that destroyed our ship and whatnot. The whole thing about Pyra recognizing her, and that it should recognize her based on what she said. My general assumption on that would be that it's some sort of being that's designed to protect or just be part of the whole Elysium sort of setup. And she lived there before and she was aware of it or something else of that nature. That seems like the obvious conclusion. I also speculated at the time that I thought, hey, maybe it's a blade, which would be interesting. My general thought on what blades are is still basically sort of like the Monado, not as powerful, but the same sort of concept, just sort of distilled down to a premise where you have a blade that's probably a lot like, I'm forgetting his name now. What's his face? That was like the physical incarnation of the Monado that we saw. Oh my goodness, I'm not great with names, but I feel like I should remember it. I feel like it started with an A. But he had, but yeah, he was like the physical manifestation of it, basically. And I think my premise is that these are basically the same things. You have basically a being that acts as basically a hub supercomputer that stores the algorithm and actually deploys it, while you have a weapon that's more like a key to access that and access the powers, and actually is the output for a lot of that energy at the same time too, which is the weapon. Which is sort of how I interpret what blades are at the moment. I could be very wrong, but I have nothing to... I don't think I've had anything to contradict that, so I'm sort of going with it for the time being. So it's always possible that that thing also could be a blade. It could also be the blade output weapon, or something else of that nature, given it was big and powerful. We haven't seen much in terms of artificial beings. There's also the fact that when Poppy came around, Pyra's like, you gotta give it a name. She was like surprised and impressed by it, but at the same time, I don't actually think she seemed that surprised. So I wouldn't be surprised if Poppy's origins are an early stage of what blades are currently, basically. It's just they're reinventing it, in a sense. That's sort of what he's doing. And that's my best guess at the moment, that you might have more artificial, more design-created beings of that sort. Yeah. And that also would beg the question as to how it came, what the current blades are. And I mean, with Pyra, she's clearly a person has that power to some extent, right? And then you have other ones like these rare blades that look like people too. It'd be fantastic if we could talk to them. But I suppose we also had the situation where Dromark said that he has no memories from before he was linked to Nia, which is interesting. So it was another, the part of the reason that I am sort of doubling down on thinking that the serpent thing was a blade was because of the fact that when you think about that serpent thing not remembering her, they literally just said, or wait, they said almost immediately after that Dromark had no memory since that point. Which could be the same with any other blade situation, right? So if that big thing and didn't remember her or something else like that, it could be that it's a blade and it was resummoned or something like that, maybe when blades go inactive. Because that's what it said, right? Back when we were fighting the asshole, right? That when the blade driver dies, the blade goes inactive and they go back to their core crystal, right? So presumably, all the different core crystals that we've come across have been used before, and they've had lives before, connecting to their current driver, right? It's just that they go back to it, and then they get remanifested, and they come back, etc., etc., etc. That's sort of how I interpret it at the moment, at the very least. And I'm a little rambly at this point. So I'm gonna cut it off there, because I feel like I'm not going in a productive direction. At the same time, you could also say that Pyra seems like she's an exception to that, in that she has very distinct memories from beforehand. I'm actually sort of surprised that no one's brought up, hey Pyra, I know you're like the Aegis and stuff like that, but none of us other blades have any memories before like being summoned by our drivers, or manifested by our drivers in any form. Why do you? There's so many things we could ask her, and she's had so many times where it's like one thing that really stands out of my mind is that scene back when we first showed up in the Torgoth, that's the city's name, right? And we were talking about the driver stuff, and Neo's like, well, why don't you ask Pyra? And Pyra just like, while looking at the scene going on, just like looks back a little bit, like during that point, like, don't you suggest that? Like getting a little, she looked like she was getting a little nervous, basically. Again, I feel like Pyra's, and I haven't really had any reason to contradict it, I feel like Pyra's lying, but she's also a bad liar. So she tends to just not say stuff in hopes Rex is just a nice enough guy to not ask, basically. So. Oh, and then the other thing that I put down, Gramps and Pyra and their connection. So, one thing that I thought about was Gramps back at the beginning said that the stuff in terms of the Titans showing up in the world and that whole legend and myth, right, after the Elysium rejection was before his time, right? Yet Gramps and Pyra seem to know each other. It's presumably related to this something that was happening during this wartime. But so either Pyra had already been around for a long time before then and happened to just come back and maybe try what she's trying to do now and failed, maybe. But at the very least, Gramps seems much more likely to be younger, significantly, than Pyra. I guess that's my takeaway from that. So yeah, that's what I wrote down in terms of some thoughts and idling musings that I had in between episodes. So continuing on from there, hot to hot. Presumably I have everyone.
We're back here.
Hey. Yeah, we are.
This is where my whole adventure with Rex really began.
I mean, it hasn't been that long.
Oh, right. This must be the spot where you and Rex washed up.
Though we only made it here thanks to Gramps' efforts.
And those efforts are the reason I'm like this now.
Hey, based on what you said before, it sounds like you basically get to grow up again. Who knows if you're wrong, but based on what you said before, that's what it sounded like.
Well, if you stayed that big, you couldn't exactly travel with us. I'd say you're just right.
If I was my old self, I'd be able to carry you anywhere. Well, anywhere within reason. The World Tree would be pushing it.
Amazing! So how long it take you to get to Argentum from here?
At the current separation, let's see, about 10 days' travel.
Wait. Were we that far away from Argentum? When we were doing the whole, like, Chapter 1 stuff then?
That long?
Didn't feel like... I guess the separation could just change constantly. But I guess how well do you know what the separation is?
You do it faster than that, or you taste the whip, is what I'm hearing.
Of course, that's not what I mean. But that's like 3 or 4 days by boat.
My apologies. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Would you be quicker if you just flew the whole way? Or are you talking about, like, drifting in the way that Rex was riding you at the beginning?
What is point of worrying now Gramps not big anymore?
True enough. That old body is a thing of the past.
Well, I think you are adorable like this. I like it.
Well, that's very kind of you, Pyra.
Are you blushing, oldster?
Tell me, Rex, do you ever wish I was in my old form?
Constantly. I liked it better when you were big.
I liked it better when you were big.
I wonder how he'll react.
Oh, is that so? I suppose you found me very useful as a Titan.
Yes? Am I not allowed to have a preference between your existence when you are more useful and not more useful? I mean, I still like you in this form. I liked you more when you were bigger, though.
Huh?
I provided a home, carried you from place to place, not to mention the salvaging crane stuck you know where.
Wait, why? I need to go back and look at that.
That's not really what I meant. It's just that you were so big and dependable. Like a dad, or, well, a real grandpa. Besides, I knew you in that form for most of my life. Everyone else only really knows you like this. But I'm not used to it.
Rex has a point. The time when I knew you before Zerda is very faint in my mind. This is the Gramps I'm used to.
Really? Okay. So I had sort of come to an assumption that she had been locked away in that ship for whatever the 500-year gap was for the vast majority of it, basically since she last knew him. So maybe she was experiencing that 500 years in that dream of Elysium the entire time?
Tora cannot imagine Big Gramps.
Poppy never seen Big Gramps, so also cannot picture.
Right? That's what I thought. It's all about what you're used to.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Mind you, you're also very useful in that state.
Though I know you're really just pining for the days when you could travel in comfort on my back.
I mean, a little bit. Why not? It's not that bad of a thing, right? Right? Right. Okay. Let's keep going forward, and we'll see if I have any regrets. About trying this again, mainly just experimenting at this point, more than anything.
Let's show him a thing or three.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
No one can stop us now. Let's finish
Okay.
it here and now.
Never seen hers before.
There won't be a shred of you left.
Clean through. Did I do that? Stronghold.
Gemini, you
Break
blind spot.
Why not?
I got it.
Heavy hitter.
Focus. You can do it, Rex. Spinning.
Rolling smash.
Poppy will protect Master
What would you have me do?
Anchor shot. Ha!
Tora will show them.
Ha! Double spinning hit.
Poppy, spinning flash.
Yay! I'm apparently good enough to take out enemies that are 6 levels higher than me at this point. That's
What
good.
have we here?
That took a while and a half, but I am actively feeling better with this setup. I still don't think I can take this route at the very least, but I wanted to try my luck against a stronger enemy. Yeah, I think having the more healing is probably the bigger thing. And I also in general feel better about the flow of the lance. I'm gonna try more as I get them, but I am feeling better about it than I was before, at the very least. Well, this is new.
Why not?
Man,
I could have done this blindfolded.
when I keep just drawing in enemies, those can take a while to actually get through a battle. Interesting. Level 65. Vampire Bride Marion. Let's not fight that. Just say we... Oh my goodness.
Do it like I
No,
told
that's
you
not what I
it would
want.
be okay.
All right,
How'd I put away my weapon again? Like that. My bad.
Treasure acquired. This can't be good.
Note
Look out,
fragments. I'm achieving something instead of fighting. Ah, this is Meme. Mysterious notes received. Okay. I guess while I'm here, might as well do it on the side since it's so...
If they seek a fight, they shall get one.
Yeah, let's not do that for now.
I am ready for anything.
I'm all out of juice.
Well, that works too. That gets me out of there.
It's fine. We'll get them yet.
Hey, look what I found.
Gullet
Congratulations.
Pass. I'm getting farther away from it, actually. Is there another way up? Oh, it does look like there's some... May or maybe not. There might be a path up there? Hard to tell. Okay, well, here we are.
There's some kind of dim light.
If I remember, the Urayan Titan has a translucent hide. I bet that'll be the light filtering through.
So the Titan must be above the clouds now.
I dare say.
If we can make it to the source of the light, maybe we'll find a way out of here.
Hold it.
Not if it's translucent. That's like a bunch of red herrings in terms of how to, quote, get out of here. Also, hi. Sup?
Looks like a bunch of mushes I ain't seen yet. You gotta have pretty damn bad luck ending up in a Titan's guts like this.
Yeah?
Huh? That blade.
Oh, everyone knows.
An emerald core crystal.
Of course they do.
So, the rumors are true.
Is emerald that rare of a color? Just saying.
Huh? What rumors?
The tale that every driver worth his salt knows. The legendary Aegis. Folks been saying she just woke up from a 500-year nap. Wouldn't have thought she'd show up with a pencil-neck shrimp like you for a driver, though.
You think I don't have what it takes?
No, I mean, maybe you could handle a normal blade. But a greenhorn like you, with a beaut like her, don't kid yourself. Come on, boy. Hand her over to a grown-up.
This
Really?
crap is getting old. Leave her alone.
You got heart, kid. I like that. You, Zuo, you take care of the others. I want to squash the kid.
Leave it to us, boss.
We'll take real good care of him.
Fantastic. Okay, I guess this is happening then. Take out the additional ones first, if we're gonna do a full party battle then.
Okay,
Do what the big
time to take you down.
Watch and learn, lady. Before you get hurt.
Okay, they're done. You're up against a whole bunch of fierce opponents. Oh yeah, that's not a low level. Here's a little tip that might come in handy when taking on multiple enemies. Perhaps you made use of it already, but that thing that the arrow is currently pointing on is called the concentration icon. Oh, down there. Okay, yeah. I noticed that when I was like surfing through the controls it said that was what it did. You concentrate your attack. When you're taking on multiple enemies, even if you switch the leader's target, your allies won't switch theirs. They'll carry on attacking the same enemies. If you feel like you need some help, just press that side button. The button will put the concentration icon, and your allies will all hone in on the same enemies as you. In a crowded battle, the order you choose to take down the enemies can mean the difference between victory and utter failure. Make good use of target switching, and have your allies concentrate on the enemies, and you might find your way out of some sticky situations. Now, protect Byra! Okay, how do I'm trying to remember how I switch targets. Okay.
Gemini loop.
Heavy hitter.
Oh, you can't do that.
Watch out.
You know what to do.
Chop. Gut hit. Muscle slap. You can take full cut. I missed. Deep wing. Give it all you've got.
Taste the pain.
Rolling smash. Good job.
When did I switch targets again?
Anchor shot.
Now let's show you what we're really made of.
The power of friendship. Rolling smash.
And I will unleash my fire. Okay, here we go. Rex, I'm with you.
Burning
Sword! Good job, you.
double spinning edge.
Don't finish.
I missed.
Rush down.
Focusing on target.
You can take it.
Spinning.
Double spinning edge.
Okay,
hit it.
here we go. Fast Poppy.
I shall defend you. Why not? Rolling smash.
Thanks for the support. You come
It's interesting that even the grunts have names, it seems. This one's much more defensive at the very least.
You can take it.
Double spinning edge. Deathwing. One rush. Failed. Stronghold. Hit it. No.
Okay, one guy left then.
For sure. Break him. Careful now. Heavy hitter. Stronghold.
Thanks for the support.
Blind spot. Heavy hitter.
For the support. Didn't
Blind spot. Missed. Break him. Gotcha.
Thanks, Poppy.
Careful now.
Spinning.
Pyro.
You can do it, Rex.
Yeah.
Don't finish.
Yeah. Anchor shot.
You know what you have to do.
Yeah. Muscle slap. Ha. Double spinning edge.
Rolling smash.
Anchor shot.
You can take it.
Okay, now we go. Thanks for the support.
Ah, I should have waited a little longer than that.
But you got this. Why not? Yeah. No thanks.
Well, okay, I'll do it.
Ha! Anchor shot.
You can take it.
Why not?
I'm
Deathwing.
My goodness.
Nothing major, mate.
Can I get an auto attack off?
Yeah. Twin spot. Show them. Anchor shot. No effect. Double spinning kick.
Muscle slash!
Anchor shot.
Right squat.
Straight.
Worthy of your master to destroy.
Sure. No effect. Heavy hitter.
Activated.
Come on, one of you get one so we can do Guy Crash.
No effect.
Whatever.
Heavy hitter. Let's finish it here and now.
After this, there won't be a shred of you left.
Clean through. I guess I really have to tie her up.
You can do it, Rex.
Anchor shot.
Rigid shield.
Rolling smash. Careful now.
My goodness, he has a lot of evading, all things considered.
Anchor shot. Why not?
Please leave it to Dora. Armor veil.
Double speed.
There we go.
He's still getting stronger.
Haha, easy peasy.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, or aren't you?
I feel like I did pretty well, all things considered, relative to that.
Huh? Something feels different. This man, he's...
That all you got, mate? Pathetic.
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Pyra are made of. He dodged.
Course I did, kid. Any slower, you'd bore me to death.
How about this then?
Rex! Wait! I can't supply power this fast!
Nowhere left to run. Eat this! Huh?
Playtime's over. Take this. Ha! If you're a driver, you're a new one for sure. Drivers, see? We borrow our blade's energy, channel it into our weapons, and let rip with an art. But you gotta be careful. There's a limit to it. If you go in all bull-headed like that, kid, even that Aegis of yours is gonna run out of energy before long.
Wait, what?
What?
This is really... Oh my goodness.
The name's Vandham.
Why?
I run a little firm out of the nearby village.
Firm?
Come on. I'll treat you to some grub, as thanks for letting me take a whack at the legendary Aegis.
That's what you wanted?
Just then, I realized while we were fighting, I sensed from the very start that he didn't mean us any real harm.
So he's holding back.
He sure is a strange old goat, that one.
He does sort of look like a goat, too. Maybe it's just his hair. Okay, well, that felt pointless then. I guess we'll go meet him in the village nearby. I wonder how many societies live in Titans then. There's just so much shrubbery here and whatnot, and grass and such. It's so weird to be thinking that we're inside a living being.
Come out, come out.
Flora heals an aching soul.
I wonder if that would happen in real life. If humans were just big enough relative to grass, if it would just grow there at a point. A thought at least. Interesting.
Wow! World has many amazing places in it!
Garfont. That tree looked interesting.
Hell of a story. So you headed to the World Tree to reach Elysium, but got swallowed up whole instead. You got some crazy luck.
That's for sure.
So, what were you doing back there then?
You know this Titan? It ain't too fussy about what it eats. I went down there to see if anything we might need in the village washed up.
I mean, we still haven't found that Titan that we came with, too, so...
But mostly I only found your sorry mushes.
Yeah, sorry
Mostly.
about that.
Here we are.
Mostly.
Welcome to Garfont. Ain't much but a toad.
Yeah, this is definitely a bit more... a lot more tent-looking stuff. Interesting.
The village has a lot of children.
Lots of drivers and blades here, too.
We're in the business of dispatching drivers and blades all across the world. Most of the kids are war orphans. Took them in while on the job.
So you're saying that you take them under your wing?
Just till they're able to make it by themselves.
Some of them might grow up to be drivers, like ourselves, but then others might become tailors.
Doesn't matter what they want to do with their lives. We leave it up to them to decide.
Aye, us justice busters just want to help.
Good eggs, huh?
You said it. I've been called worse. Come on, let's eat. All this egg talk's making me hungry.
Not me. I don't like eggs. Just, I want to like them because they're cheap, but man, I can't stand them. Every time. Just so bad. Obviously, I probably need to try more variations, but... that's the important part of our discussion right now. How much I like eggs. Okay, cool. Yeah, we are getting some upgrades here. What can I sell, anyways? I haven't really, I suppose that's a question. Are any of these, like... I don't know if any of these are good to sell. Because it's not like I get my, weapons back, or armors back, and I suppose maybe some of the chips and stuff like that, once I stop using them in accessories. Well, either way. Trying to think of, like, outside of just, like, fighting stuff where it actually would be a good place for, well, hey, Nia, and your text bubble also teleporting over there. If I tweak this a bit like that, is something wrong? A bit like this. Yes, that's the one, I'm a genius! Should we leave? Huh? Who are you, Lon? Wow, the thing is that right? Figures I wouldn't recognize you. Call me Truelev. I used to be Smith before I retired. I whip accessories from time to time for the fun of it. Leave all the buying, selling, and wheeling and dealing side things to the youngsters. Oh, but what am I doing? I almost clean forgot I had the brilliant idea I just had. Now this I have to hear. Oh, listen up then. I came up with an idea for a new accessory. Okay. First of its kind, bit short and supplies. No, Tora, don't offer. I'm supposed to be able to say no. That's a lot of information on something that I'm not gonna... So, I don't think I like a lot of the quests in this. Like, I'm gonna pick them up probably, but if they end up just being exactly what I don't want in terms of feeling like basically Colony 6 but for every quest, no. And it was pointed out, and I had thought this might be the case, that the Definitive Edition, which came out after this, obviously, for the first game, added in the markers for quest objective items and stuff like that. That was the first time in the series that they did that. Which is just... how did it take you that long to figure out that was a good idea? Well, it is what it is, ultimately. It does sound like all of them are, Actually, this is the group we fought, isn't it? We're just sort of hanging out here. Okay, I didn't actually realize that part. Yeah, I have no problem looking around. That's my, plan. So it's drivers and blades, but technically it's just straight up a mercenary group. That might have even been hired by...
You're all mine.
Ooh, overdrive protocol. I was told that's the way I can change them. right? I actually think, yeah, I was told that's the way I could actually, change... I have 12, apparently. I can change, blades between people. I have 12, apparently. I'm guessing I got some from, the DLC stuff. I will say, the DLC stuff has been nice at the beginning, and making some stuff easier, even if I don't use most of it at the moment. I can buy information. Oh my goodness, it's one of these sorts of things. Is this literally unlocking tutorials? I'm not sure what an element orb is. That sounds new. Shackling drivers sounded like something I saw before too. Are you selling tutorials? That just seems like the biggest like little FU this game could sort of do, given it doesn't have great tutorials to begin with. Speak to me whenever you defeat a unique monster. I'll record the deed. Oh, okay. Bring your... Wait, what? Easy, normal. Bringer of Chaos. Custom. What? Is there like a difficulty mode I have to unlock? Oh, I don't... I feel like I don't want to do that.
Wow! World has many amazing places in it!
And this clearly is...
rest and enjoy view for a bit.
Not open at the moment, so... Yeah. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if there are any of these, generic blade-looking ones that are actively, like, animal-like. Because so far I've only got, like, humanoid ones, yeah? Hey, look who's here. Food's on the table. Don't worry about the cost. Eat as much as you like. I mean, we should probably pay something. Not like I'm completely short on money.
I'm going to get some water. Vandham?
Cheers, love. Give me a beer.
Beer? Coming right up.
What's up? The grub don't suit you?
So, do you fight in wars too, Vandham?
You got a problem with mercenaries?
Are you trying to get us to join up?
Ha! Shrimps like you, we're not that desperate. Relax.
Okay. Good to know.
I think he's more anti-war than anti-mercenary.
Rex, you're a salvager, ain't you?
Yeah.
You must have fished out your share of military supplies, right? You fine with that?
Nah, I don't want to get involved with it.
It's all the same. Compasses, valves for ether stoves. Armies need all these things. That bread you're eating, it's made from Ruska flour, supplied by the Ardanian government. This world's full of war. Don't matter if you're a soldier or not. As long as you're alive, you're in the war, some way or another. Don't you think? Life can be cruel. Crueler than you know. That's why I set up this little band, so I could protect the people I care about. Rex, you're the driver of the Aegis. The whole world's gonna try and scalp you. You realize that? How are you gonna live when you've got everyone gunning for you? It'd be easy to run. All you need to do is ditch that girl. Come on! Gotta get ready!
Where are we going?
Just follow me, kid!
Just me, or... I don't disagree. This world in particular seems unstable, and I wonder what they're fighting over. Resources? He said to follow him, but I'm not seeing him anywhere. What's an annoying old guy? Where do you think Vandham went? I guess we just explore the village and hope we run into him? Good idea. It's always best to get the lay of the land when you arrive in a new place. I mean, I already sort of did that, but... Besides, didn't he say we should get ready for something? He's not exactly big on explaining himself, is he? Quite a few shops around here. Stock up anything before we look for him. I mean, I think he's basically just trying to teach Rex the idea that you can't just run away from it. It's not gonna let you be, especially in his situation. So you need to stand up to it, learn to live with it, or something else of that nature, but you have to figure out a way to deal with it in your life. Something bothering you, have a little problem. Just wants to play, but it's been ages and they haven't come back. When they came out to play, sometimes they need to come back with stuff we need, like food and raw materials. All it's good. No, I've asked them to stop, but you know, kids. Okay, so they're playing, and we need to go look for the kids, basically. Yep, no objection from me there. Yeah, that's something I actually would actively want to do. Obvious reasons.
And we...
The kid's are in trouble. Let's go. Yeah, let's do this.
No! We lost the upper
Oh, there's just a bunch of level 12s?
It's okay.
Oh, that's simple enough.
Thanks for that. Gotcha!
I'll be out by
Okay. Easy peasy. Seems like we pulled them. Good amount of weight, too.
Come out, come out.
What? Seriously, what happened to that damn Titan, though? Every time I'm here, it's like, what? Are you alright? Have no fear. Yes, we're all fine, thanks to you. Drivers are so cool. When I grow up, I want to be just like... something bothering, friend? I wasn't saying nothing, just talking to myself. We gotta get back to the village. Mr. Girls will be worried. Okay, this is just gonna maybe become a bigger issue in the end. What, isn't it? Isn't it? Stupid kids. I'm back. Everyone's okay. Make sure they're accompanied by an adult next time. No problem. Yep, no problem. Hey, hey! Is something wrong? I want to ask a favor. Let me be your apprentice. I'd like to hear the details. Rex, what about you? He's a kid. Yeah, same here. Can you fill us in? That sounds like such a generic... my folks were drivers back in Gormont. They got betrayed by one of their mates and died. Ooh, okay. Me and my sis got taken in by Vandham. We're very grateful to him and all the Mercs here, but sometimes my sis gets a bit sad all the same. She always says she wants to eat a whole grass-smoked salmon like Mom used to make. I think I actually have that. Whenever I hear her say that, I get all angry in my belly. I guess revenge one day. To kind of pay back to the villagers, I've been gathering the kids to collect food and stuff for them. But I'm never going to get strong enough to avenge my parents like this. I want to resonate with the core curriculum my dad left me as soon as I can. That's why you gotta train me. I want to be the best driver there is. I am very much against revenge. So I'm gonna take that route. Sorry, but no. I should have known. Adults are all the same. I thought you'd understand. That's a pretty poor attempt to dissuade him from revenge, but okay. I agree. Playing at Mercs is good enough for that kid. None of this becoming a driver so he can go and kill people. I'm sure he feels frustrated right now, but someday he'll understand. Revenge doesn't solve anything, it just creates a vicious cycle. Anyways, thanks for saving the kids. We'll keep a better eye on them in the future. No problem. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I wonder how that would have went if I chose the other one. Is this the I think this is the sister. Life here is fun enough for her. Maybe not? Hard to tell. Hard to tell with these kids at the very least, so... you sure know how to keep a guy waiting, rookies? Yeah, sorry, I had to go save some kids. So sorry about that. Very sorry for the wait. He's fought to Vandham for rushing off ahead. Sorry about that. I guess you've already seen him when we fought earlier, but let's introduce ourselves properly, shall we? I am Rock, Vandham's blade. Pleasure to meet you all. Interesting. Oh, the pleasure's all ours. I noticed you used an unusual style of weapon. Yes, they're called dual scythes. Interesting. Even around here, I never met anyone but Vandham who can use them. Wow, big man, very amazing. Don't flatter him too much. I'll let it get to his head. Vandham only have one blade, then? Yeah, pretty much. I know most drivers have a few, so they change up the strategies in battle, but me, Rock's all I've ever needed. Big man really is amazing. Sounds to me like you just can't be bothered to think up more than one strategy, eh, old man? Well, now that we all know each other, let's get down to business. He just dodged the question. An expert dodge, to be sure. I think he embraced the answer.
We just got a job to go check out some kind of crazy energy effect. Somewhere up around the blowhole. What do you say? Fancy being a mercenary for a day?
Okay. But, I mean, we don't work for free.
Don't worry, kid. You'll get paid.
Maybe. Assuming we get through it alive, and he gets through it alive, and maybe he told anyone about this instead of just rushing off and... Oh! Is he gonna be a party member? Interesting. I sort of don't want to. Partly because I don't really care about him as a character at the moment, and I feel like I've got a good synergy between everyone else at the moment. I have to actually look at him first. What is the setup like? Characters. Interesting. Okay. I was not actually expecting him to be a party member. He's a fighter. He only has the one blade. Can I give him another blade? Can I force him? Make him bond with one? Or is he not gonna... Nope, he's not available here. God damn it. Damn you! So he's just a basic fighter. DPS. Attack. Not even necessarily great. Everything's a downgrade that I have. Really? Okay. Fine. Didn't I buy, like, a bunch of better ones just recently? I thought I bought... Oh, no, the scale one is the one I bought. That's the better one. Why is that the... You know what? It's probably the better ones are at top. Whatever. I don't really care that much.
Hey, Nia! I just found the shiniest trinket. You want to see? Hey, Nia?
Yeah, I'll check it out later.
Oh no! I just picked up a spike defense aux core, which means there's gonna be spike damage in this. No! Oh no! That's gonna hurt when that becomes a thing.
Okay.
If there's anything in this series that's like, I get it from a strategic point of view, but I wouldn't say no to it disappearing. Spike damage. How do I get over there? Is there some sort of like... Doesn't look like there's a point to walk up there. Huh. Weird at the very least. And I don't see anything up above to drop from. Maybe... Oh, it probably has to do with that waterfall. If there's more sliding, like... little sliding platform puzzles, maybe. That could be it. Oh. What's going on here?
An ether miasma. Take it this is your first one.
Ether miasma?
It's a load of poisonous waste products spewed from the Titan's gut. You know, when you get gassy? Kinda like that.
But ether?
Is there a way through this thing? I can't see any way round it.
Hey, no fear. Rock, mate! You're up!
Maybe you just need specific elements, and you can control the ether well enough to disperse them when they're relevant.
My asthma's died down.
Yep, nothing to it. Let's roll!
Okay, sure. No objection here, at least. Oh, okay. We are actually above. Yeah, you know what? I did see a path up here. Okay, this is the path I saw up here before. Okay, yeah, and that missing note thing is over there. Where's the opportunity to get there? Huh. I feel like I might be missing something. Oh, that's cool. Is that the same tree? No, that wouldn't be where the village was. That is pretty cool, though. That, like, orange tree has a nice contrast to the very blue-hued area around here.
And
Turn to march.
All in one piece.
I know we were inside creatures in the last game, but it's a bit...
Please open your hearts to me.
It's a bit weirder to think about it when we like have grass and rock formations, and it's just sort of odd, I guess.
Like your steady!
Worst comes to worst, I'll back you up.
Oh, am I the shackled? I might have been the shackled because I wasn't able to use my blade art for a while there.
He's getting tough. Fire up!
You can do it, Rex! Defense protocol.
Go for it!
Now you'll see what fire can do.
Yeah! I've seen him stronger than
I'm still
before.
getting stronger. Wow!
Oh, was that good enough that it just like blew through the other enemy at the same time that came? Interesting. There's like another enemy that came and I wasn't focusing on it, but it seemed to be good enough to just destroy the other one too. Okay. I'm fine with that, I guess. Interesting. That must be where the translucent origin we were talking about must be.
An Arden. Just what we need.
Plenty of those around here.
Rex, any good with that anchor?
Yeah, I get by.
Hand that here.
No! That's like my most useful tool! No!
Now watch.
Oh, okay, I thought I was gonna like... Oh, okay, is this toppling then?
Awesome. I never thought of using it that way.
The trick is to pull it taut at just the right moment. Now you try.
Okay. I guess it's probably gonna be toppling, right? If the fight wants to start. Okay. Oh, so the anchor, the healing anchor shot one now can also do topple. Perfect. It needs to be broken, right? The Vandham guy is a pretty effective teacher. Thanks to his lesson, Rex's anchor shot art has the ability to inflict topple on foes. However, just using anchor shot on its own won't generally be enough to topple the enemy. To inflict topple, you need to first stabilize the enemy stance with a break effect. Nia has an art that can inflict break on the enemy, so for maximum effect, wait for her and to set up before you unleash anchor shot. Yeah, but I also want to heal, so...
Blind spot! Ha! Double spinning edge!
Eagle eye!
Why not?
I'll build it back up soon enough.
Let us make Eagle eye!
Oh, you can't do this. Let's pick this up.
Blind spot.
Wait, did we? Oh my goodness! It forced him out of the damn party. I lost my tank. It's not very strong, but I don't know if I have a break effect on anyone else or on like Vale.
You don't stand a chance against this one.
Is this gonna be like the first game's Topple, where it's gonna be like?
Worst comes to worst, I'll patch you up.
I'm with you.
Burning
Sword! Good to have
Looks
seen
like
that.
one of you has inflicted break. Maybe me. See the gauge arrow? Where the gauge arrow is pointing at? Okay, yeah, up there. Breaks on it. Use an art that has Topple effect before the gauge runs out, and you have the opportunity to inflict major damage. This is what we call a driver combo. Driver combo. Break, Topple, launch, smash. Oh my goodness, it's longer now. Okay, yeah, there's some stuff that I think involve the launch, but I don't think I have anything with that. You'll find that Rex and his friends have a variety of arts that can be integrated into a driver combo. Break, Topple, launch, smash. I have to remember that. For now, why don't you take advantage of Nia's break, assuming she did it, and topple that Arden with your anchor shot. Yeah, that didn't seem to work. Is it like... It's acting like it's like Berserk or something.
Double spinning edge.
I'll blow you away.
Careful now.
Good job.
Stronghold.
Heavy hitter. He can do even better.
Blind spot.
You need healing.
Stronghold. I shall not lose.
Heavy hitter.
Beast.
Breaker.
Leave it to me.
Must be more careful.
Blind spot. Double spinning edge.
Okay, yeah, I don't think this is...
Rolling smash.
Something's not working how I expected to.
Taste the
Anchor shot.
Needs a heal, needs a heal, needs a heal, needs a heal.
Sure, why not? Flooded. Yeah.
Worst
Double
comes to worst,
spinning
I'll
edge.
patch you up.
Why not?
Blind spot.
Stay safe.
Rolling smash.
I'm going down with
Let's go.
Rex, I'm with
Oh my goodness.
Burning sword.
Good on me.
Why not?
Okay. Okay.
You got it after seeing it once. Not bad, kid.
I didn't, though. It didn't activate for some reason when it was broken and I used the topple. I don't know why, but...
Hey.
Did I not?
Listen up, kid. Drivers use arts, but that doesn't just mean using the powers your blade gives you. There are arts that use your own strength or take advantage of your enemies. There are all sorts. A driver's job is to be smart with his arts and protect his blade.
Protect my blade?
Yeah. It's a two-way thing, kid. You gotta be aware of the power coming out of her. Don't waste it. Channel it through your arts and protect her. If you can do that, then you're a true driver, kid.
A true driver? I don't know. Am I ready?
Course you are. That thing from before took me 5 years to learn that.
5 years?
Yeah, but you saw it once, and then you aced it like it was nothing. And you got Nia and Tora in tow. Those guys are pretty handy.
Somewhat.
Kid, you got a bright future.
I think I'm gonna spew.
Biggie Pon has scary face, but he very nice.
Suss me out, Furry Pon.
I think is it that I didn't let it go through the animation entirely or something? Because I've had that before, where certain aspects of a thing will, well, activate, basically. It sort of forced him in, didn't it? Not that I don't mind him, but I had a setup I was pretty happy with, basically. There have been aspects of various arts where the effect is obviously at points during the animation, and because of switching between movements and switching blades and all that stuff, you're capable of being a little trigger happy and getting caught in switching out earlier than you should.
Come out, come out.
Maybe it was that? I'd have to go back and look, but I don't know. I guess that's more pinkish than orange. It's like a pinkish orange, which is a weird thing to say, because that's probably not a that's definitely not common. Oh, it looks like we're at the blowhole at this point. To some extent. Then again, blowhole implies that that isn't I use it too, so good for us.